Greetings, mortals. I am Natus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of the Four Knights of the Apocalypse series, chapter 81, titled The Battle is Over! So yeah, this is gonna be an aftermath chapter. Although surprisingly enough, it's not like one of those immediately after the battle reaction type of chapter. It's like there's a bit of a skip from the declaration but for to the night time and seeing what everyone's doing. But yeah, it's pretty much just an after battle to battle kind of chapter. It's like the final chapter of the arc, just so to wrap things up and we can get ready for the next next part of the story for the next one. So yeah, anyways, let's start with this chapter, the reaction finally, as we have we first have like a drawn panel of Chibi Percival's in a onesie. So yeah, now we have some narration there. Their nemesis, King Arthur, declared war against the Four Knights of the Apocalypse. With the battle over, how does everyone feel? Oh, so I guess we're gonna have to go through every of the Four Knights' reactions to it. I mean, don't get misled. We don't focus on all of the characters very equally. We just have like a very much Percival Lancelot reaction with Trisha getting some and Gawain just kind of more foreshadowing it. Anyways, then we also have they're saying a fluffy, woofy, dreamy feeling. So yeah, referring to the Chibi Percival. Anyways, then we cut to like a giant building as we have Percival in like a very looking like a baby is like popping out bad like it's so fluffy. But yeah, Percival is really looking like a baby right now. I mean, he's in his chibi form, but still, it's very much like a baby. Anyways, then we see the rest of the characters all wearing like a similar kind of sleeper wear, which honestly really looks misplaced with Donnie. Like the rest kind of look like it works on them, but Donnie just kind of feels weird. Which is kind of weird. They're also given the same room. Like I know these rooms were given specific for the Four Knights, but still you think that at least the companions will get like separate rooms. So, anyways, then we have Donnie standing up from his chair, like, we get to use any of the castle's guest rooms today. As we have Nonset saying, it's quite amazing. And yet they're all gonna sleep on the same bed. Like, literally, they're all just gonna be in one. Then we have Percival jumping on the bed singing, Fluffy, Fluffy, Fluff! As we have Nas, was when Anden saying, I took this room first, you hear, Percival? Get off the bed right now! So yeah, I guess they're all just for some reason in Anne's room. I don't know why, but fine. And then a person will be like, "Oh yeah, I heard there is a bathhouse in the basement. We should all go." As we have Anne be like, "We are not going in together." Yeah, I guess no one explained to Anne, but Percival is not aware of these standard these customs. Like he didn't know there's something wrong with a naked man and naked woman and the adult age being together in a bath. Like he isn't. But anyways, we have Percival saying after that they're gonna make us new clothes since our old ones got all beat up. So let's say if we're gonna go by a logic of black hole where they're just gonna get a bunch of drip on them. So yeah. Although to be fair, Anne's clothes and Nonsense as well. I don't think it actually got ruined. I think Donnie's ones and the Percival will did get ruined though. So let's hope they stay with these clothes because they've pretty much been outfit changing every arc. As we have Dan saying, "Fine, we get it. Just get down." So yeah. Anyways, then we have Donnie being like, "What's got you all up in the nut, Anne?" As we have Nazian saying, "What happened?" As we have Anne being all angry and Buffy's like, "Nothing." Thing as we can, I guess, tell she's kind of lying because she has that little, that smoke around her. Although to be fair, she doesn't show. Although to be fair, it's not from her perspective. Just probably what would happen if she looked at herself. I guess, kind of. I'm not certain. Like I'm not sure how the whole mirror thing works with Anne's powers, honestly. So then we have Anne saying, It's just the Holy Knights risk their lives to protect the town, but the people of this country, as we see her remembering what people said in the last chapter, where they were, can we go to Camelot? And she thinks to herself, please take me to Camelot. I want to go. Me too. So yeah, I guess that those people saying that it hit her nerves. As a way of saying, I can't imagine what Camelot is like, but to say that sort of thing so selfishly, it just depresses me. So yeah, now they actually do bring up the question like, what exactly is Camelot? Which is something that we don't really know, and I feel like we might get answers to it soon because, Gawain should at the very least have been in Camelot at least once. But we just don't know yet. Although to be fair, it's implied that, actually, I'm not certain. Where is... Wait, oh wait, so is Gawain supposed to have been in like a different kingdom that's alongside Camelot? Or was Gawain, like, where was she legitimately in his or perspective? Because she couldn't be in Camelot because, Patricia managed to get to her. I'm guessing that that kingdom, wherever she was, wasn't connected to King Arthur, which is something that seems to not be the case because Arthur made it sound like she and Gawain were actually, he and his brother were actually more together, professionals, like a military sense. But I'm not certain about where. So there are a few questions that have to be answered. Well, a few questions that have to be answered. And then we have Lonnie saying, being old, just like, still, it's the duty of a holy knight to protect the people, even if the people they protect point fingers and throw stones at them. Which is honestly really a mature take from Arthur at all. Well, from Donnie of all, because they like, he's kind of like with Nazi on with Percival being like the more child one of the group. But then we immediately have Anne kicking him, and she's like, "Pompass!" He's trying to be the whole great speech, but then Don just says, "It's just something my uncle said." So yeah, which is true. I could totally see Harswood saying that, and that's exactly what he's referring to. As then we have Percival saying, I can sort of get how they feel. As they have the ant turning to him and be like, what are you saying, Percival? As then we have Percival like just like the back is like, I don't know if that Camelot King Arthur showed us was real or illusion, but I'm sure I saw my grandfather. Which raises the question: where was Anne's mother if she's supposed to be dead? Hmm. Villain reveal vibes coming from this indication. Anyways, then we see all well, not really like react. It's more like, oh, as they kind of all realize. Like, again, I guess this implies none of them really saw their. Actually, Donnie as well. Why did he see his mother there? Alright, it seems kind of weird how only person saw that loved ones. And we get like this kind of sinister panel with Arthur coated in darkness, with only his eyes being shown differently, which is kind of bad, not gonna lie. As we have Percival saying, what even is Camelot? And then we have someone answering him, beats me, and King Arthur is someone we know nothing about. So yeah, I guess again, like, I feel like we gotta have explanations next arc because that's literally what they were hinting at in the beginning of the arc. Remember, they were saying when everyone's gathered, we're gonna explain stuff. Now everyone's gathered, or at least unless we're waiting for the 70 sins to all appear. But regardless, everyone's gathered. Now we get some explanation going through. Anyways, they have now Buster thinking, I couldn't fight at all, not against King Arthur or Melagalant. I'm the only one who didn't help. Which is kind of funny how that guy with a panto was criticizing going for being the weakest, but no, he pretty much says, like, first of all, I didn't even do Jack. So, yeah, which is true. I mean, he didn't, like, I don't think he had, like, a shot of him damaging. Honestly, I think he might have, like, at least hit Milagalan, but I don't think he actually did any kind of damage or anything like that. And then we have Nonsense approaching Percival, and he's like, was he really that tough of an opponent? Actually, that might be Anne asking because she was the one who wasn't watching. It's just like it's one weird panel. As then we have Donnie telling her, though tough doesn't even begin to describe it. Which is kind of funny considering how easily Lancelot kind of was obliterating him. I'm gonna blame into that whole favoritism character thing, the type of immunity where a character is would get beaten by this opponent, but because the author doesn't want him be beady and bloody, they're like, Let's just ride around it and just have everyone still praise the guy. It's probably gonna be something like that. And Tabata from Black Clover does this a lot, honestly, with his villains. Lance, although to be fair, he usually does that before they get beaten, but still, pretty much the same kind of perspective here. As then we have Nauseans be like, "You fought well, Percival. If it weren't for your magic, we all would have been far more injured." I'm guessing this is now referring to the actual battle itself, since I don't think Percival ever healed anyone, but I might be wrong. To be fair, actually, no, at the beginning of the arc, they got. Nah, actually, that was Tristan. He was the one who killed them. Well, it doesn't really matter. Anyways, we have Percival jumping in on his tree force, like flapping his wings, like, everyone was strong except for me! There was Gawain and Tristan, but Meliodas and Lancelot were even stronger. So yeah, I guess now we get some kind of power scaling kind of comment where we have Gawain and Tristan being put together, while Meliodas and Lancelot are also put together. As then we have Nazbek, whoa! As then we have Donnie saying, "It was so amazing, I wet myself, but just a little." I guess he's trying to keep some dignity. Wet yourself or not, you still not saying dignified. As then we have a person be like, "I took a real big one. I went, wah!" As then we have Donnie and being all pissed off. He's like, "What kind of stupid conversation is that? Huh?" And then I'm freaking out with her eyes popping out. I was like, "Did you just say Meliodas?" And then the person will be like, "I did." And then we have Anne grabbing Percival and shaking hands. He's like, "Meliodas? You mean the Meliodas, the king of Meliodas, captain of 7 Saints? Really? You met him?" Which is, if you remember, he's one of her idols. So yeah, there's even like a little bit of an offered meme comment where he's like, "Another one in love with bastard Meliodas." To be fair, I feel like Anne's pretty definitely gonna be with Percival. So there we have Nausea saying, "Calm down. All we saw was a boy who was much smaller than Prince Tristan." Yeah, I guess they're like, "Oh, that can't be Meliodas." As then we have Donnie, I'm guessing, saying, "But didn't Meliodas call himself the king?" As then we have also, I guess, I was like, "Yeah, and he was called His Majesty and stuff." Or might be best, I'm not certain. As then we have, I guess, Anne saying, "There's no way he can be a child, right?" So yeah, I guess they're referring to how weird Meliodas is, which is kind of true. Like, I'm just imagining first 4 Knights of the Apocalypse series for about 79 cents be like, "Yeah, there's something awkward about Meliodas here," and they're probably referring to this. Fine enough, all they have to do is like go on the wiki and see it. Like the 4 Knights wiki and the 79 cents wiki are together moving. So all you have to do is go onto Meliodas' page, see if there's any kind of reference to it, and then you get a whole explanation. I guess you also get introduced to 79 cents, but that's besides the point. So yeah. Now I do actually wonder why does. I actually do feel like they kind of did a mistake with with Donnie being with being Hendrickson's well, what's it called, nephew? Yeah, I think it was nephew. Because I have to wonder, why is Donnie not like, "Yeah, that's King Meliodas." Like, I mean, his uncle is literally the captain of Holy Knights, who he was training under. Are you seriously telling me that he never met Meliodas beforehand? Like, even off panelly, like just like a comment, like never passed by. I have a hard time believing it. I mean, to be fair, we have the whole unknown sister thing going on in time since, but it's kind of a weird thing. Anyways, they were saying, "That kid was just pulling your leg, wasn't he?" And the other person saying, "Maybe, I guess." So he's not disproving it, but I'm guessing it's going to be disproving next couple of chapters. As they were dying, saying, "Well, I'm sure we'll know by tomorrow. Now, what do you say we hit the bathhouse?" So back to bathhouse talk. As there we have Nan saying, "Ladies first, I'll let you in later." So yeah, I have advantage. As there a person will be like, "Hey, nonsense, you and me should go together." As another saying, "Huh? No, I'm fine on my own." So but then constant question is, nonsense a boy or girl is gonna continue. So yeah. Anyways, then we cut to some other place at night as we get this like beautiful shot of the full moon. As then we have someone saying, "So the sacrifices this time are 2 holy knights, 3 giants, 7 fairies, and 1 war prisoner. As if Tetias, which we've had mentioned multiple, or the magic has the best sorcerer in the Leonis that we had mentioned a couple of chapters, as well as had revealed a couple of chapters back, saying, "Well, we were able to stop the sacrifices there against 2 of the 10 commandments and King Arthur." So yeah, she's like saying, well, we did a pretty good thing. Which should be fair, the fact there's even a number is surprising considering, usually they just have like barely any kind of damage at all. Anyways, we have also Lanza looking over her. She's like in that like that little hole that's remaining of that battlefield. As then we have Titias being like, Gallant, Melascula, to think Chaos would plant false memories and manipulate them to suffer another defeat. Which is true. The two of them are pretty much like the whole you're being a dead horse meme taken to an extreme at this point. Like the two get beaten up throughout almost the entire story of the Seven Sins, and now they return the Four Knights of Apocalypse just so they can be beaten up over and over and over again by pretty much everyone. Like, just poor them. And we actually even get, like, a shot of the two's corpses lying. So I guess Melascula just kind of, with Snakecalf, just kind of died of bleeding or something. So yeah, again, like, it's kind of, so yeah, we see Galan's corpse there. Although I do have to wonder, should Galan's corpse, like, disappeared into whatever it was beforehand? It's just whenever we had like the staffs weapons destroyed, or when it was like something was finished with chaos, they always I think disappeared. Now they remain. So it's kind of weird how these two are remaining. It's probably nothing, but I do want this guy to be like supposed to be something else. Hopefully, like I really hope that Nakaba actually is planning to do something with this. It's not just being with hint to what Ted is really going to be, as we see. We also have this panel where Ted is like looking at them very sadly, and yeah. Anyway, there have Lancelot saying, "You're praying for the souls of the ones who murdered 13 people. You really are weird, though, Master Tetias." So yeah, and as then we have Tetias saying, "I'm not praying. I just pity them, and it's not 13 people. It's 12." So even I feel like even the cop is acknowledging, in my opinion, here. Yeah, I pretty much just brought them back so they could be beaten up here. Uh, anyways, then we have Melia, well, Teddy saying, "It seems you made a strong showing against King Arthur, Lancelot." So pretty much referring to the last chapter, which is true. Now, in case you're wondering about this whole Alaska Galant thing here with Tetias, there's a theory that's been going on with Tetias that she's actually Derry Aries reincarnate, which was something that was like hinted at in the series with I believe Mel saying, "Here is a hope her souls and their hound soul will come back in the next life if they remember." So yeah, a lot of people are thinking that's the case here with Derry that she's like reincarnated as Tetias. So yeah. Anyways, I'm honestly onto this theory. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I would especially explain a few things about Tetias, like the magic power and a little other company comes a bit later. Anyways, then we have Tetias saying, as an old chill, like, with skills like yours, it should be easy to protect a prisoner and defeat an assassin. She's giving him a bit of sass, like, we're saying, "Oh, if you're so great, why didn't you do that?" Which is my biggest issue with these scalpers as well. Like, if you were so great, then why is anything going so fucking wrong all the time with you people running around? But yeah, anyways, she then says, "And what was the result? The assassin getting away and successfully killing the prisoner. Talk about a blunder." So yeah, I guess it's like kind of bring Lancelot down a notch a bit. As they have not Lancelot explain what exactly happened, but he's like, "That's because I decided I couldn't lift the magic restraint you set up. There was no other choice but to let her silence him." So wait, I couldn't lift the magic restraint. That is interesting. In fact, there seems to be some kind of weird restraints going on with Lancelot, which I mean, just probably gonna make him look even more badass and powerful. But I'm not certain if that's gonna be the case. Anyways, we have Tetizen saying that's not the problem here. Do you have any idea how much of a disadvantage uh, we have after losing that prison of war we try so hard to capture? And then let's say such, I know that. As they have her saying, "No, you don't. We lost our foothold for getting into Camelot. Understand?" So yeah, pretty much the whole thing went to shit with that prisoner dad, which is kind of surprising how this prisoner losing this prisoner is such a like big deal, but yet we literally don't even know the guy's name. We literally just have him chained up, BG9 helmet on, and then killed by ice. Kind of a weird thing. But oh well, like maybe it's gonna be relevant later. Well, maybe the story's gonna be relevant later, but right now it's nothing. Although I do have to wonder who captured that. Was it Tristan or Tristan's platoon? Maybe I'm not certain. And was there Lancelot saying, "Don't act like you get how I feel, damn hack." So now I reason why people think that it's Derriere. And there that there's be like, I'm 16, just like you, which is referring to, that comment I was saying earlier about her being reincarnated as Derriere making sense if she is, why she would be 16 as a powerful sorceress. And it was after saying, like, she'll chill, like, with, and now don't you know, and you don't know how I feel, do you? Because reading minds and understanding feelings are two completely different things. So yeah, more evidence that what Jericho said and to him in their like little fight was just him possibly manipulated by Arthur. Anyways, they have Thetis thinking, saying, "Try cooling your head with a little night breeze." As she slams her staff on the ground as she teleports away. She says, "Brat." And then we have Lancelot getting a bit frustrated. As they have Lancelot looking up in the moon, is like, I'm in. As he's remembering what remember what he wrote in Jericho's mind. As he remembers her saying, "I'm in love with you, Lancelot. I'm scared to think that one day my feelings will be seen through, and I can no longer be by your side." As then we have Lancelot saying, "The hell am I supposed to do when you drop that on me? To me, you've always been my long lost sister and my master." As then we have Lancelot closing his eyes saying, "And besides, love and romance are things that I still don't." As then he remembers Guinevere saying, "I am your lover!" In a different perspective shot of her. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. So all the people who are hunting the cover for being a lolicon are gonna have even more. And the funny thing is, there's even an office note saying she's getting rejected and she's not even here, which is kind of funny. Which is true. As they have Lancelot's eyes opening, as then he smirks with it as he says, "She's a weird kid. You're weird yourself, Arthur. Like, you're literally believing a 12-year-old saying, 'I'm your lover,' and be like, 'Oh yeah, she has moves.'" Basically, as then as he sees her dancing, as Lancelot thinks herself, "I just know because," well, remembers what she says, as she says, "I just know because I heard a love story straight from you. How your father talks, what you and your master did at the lake, and lots more." So yeah, things that should be honestly suspicious as all hell. She knows. As there we have Bernie saying, "See you again, Lancelot, my dear, my beloved." As then we have Lancelot saying, "Maybe tomorrow I'll go again." Seriously, Lancelot, you're actually going in through this? Anyways, we see Guinevere in a room somewhere, like looking at us, like staring at. So I guess Guinevere wasn't captured by Ironside. I'm guessing at least. I'm not certain, honestly. So she's aware of something we don't know. No, and yeah. Anyways, then we have cut to a different part of the castle as we have Tristan, his sleeping attire, straining his swordsmanship with two blades, which I guess confirms those weren't the actual Estarossa and Mael swords that he was going to be using in the special. And then we have Justin just like swing like ha, pad, swing ha ha. It's going all out there. So yeah, as there we have Cheon and not Jay just looking at him as Cheon's like, as expected of Sir Tristan. As they were just saying, it's a bad habit of his. He should take it easy for today and go to bed. As they have Cheon saying, says you, Jade. As they have Jade be like, I'm just saying he's way too serious. So yeah. Question, why is Cheon not in prison? Was the whole thing resolved with he was just being an idiot who really might understand the importance of 4 nights? Or did he or was it just not taking something seriously because no one really technically got killed or hurt? Well, almost no one. After FJ be like, but my hands were full carrying Miss Gilla, so I was overdoing it myself. Seriously, you just killed one person is too much for you? Well, you might really be the weakling of this Tristan platoon. Instead of Jade saying, I wanted to see it too. So yeah, he wanted to see the battle. And then you have Jade saying as we see Tristan still swinging his swords to be like, Lancelot's fighting style was incredible, man. And then Jen saying, Sir Tristan is twice as incredible. So yeah, he's basically how he also a Tristan. Even though pretty much anyone agrees that Lancelot is a superior fighter than he is. As there we have Tristan swing his swords around in some weird position. I guess he's supposed to be like swinging his protection in case if someone goes for a backstab. As he remembers what Minos told him, get down, Tristan. Are you hurt? Tristan thinks to himself, even though you've always treated me like a child. As he remembers Minos saying, you've got this, Lancelot. As then we have Tristan just screaming, damn it all! So yeah, the whole thing about Lancelot being superior to him is he might be nice when it comes to on surface, but in reality, really fucking frustrated how much stronger Lancelot is in him. So I guess that's like one of the reasons why Lancelot was so fucking OP in this in the last chapters. Anyways, then we cut to Black Space as we see that we're actually coming to Gawain, who is on her bed, covered in covers, shaking as she's like kind of keeping her ears closed so she can't hear anything or to block all sounds. She's crying. She's remembering what Arthur said. She remembers Arthur saying, "You're such a bad girl, Gawain, running away without permission. How worried did you think my brother would be?" So yeah, as then we have Gawain saying that she's like covered in darkness, and she's like, "Grandpa, Granny, please hold me tight." So yeah, kind of very depressing. Like all the others are like Jade is just frustrated. Like personally, it's just the way he is with his group, and Lancelot is having this conversation with Tetias and Lover, while Gawain is just alone, locked in her room, scared shitless and crying, and hoping for comfort that's impossible for her. I mean, talk about being depressed. I mean, to be fair, it does make sense why she would not have no one to talk to, interact with, because she literally just came to Menelaus and there was no one that she was like a team with. But it's kind of really depressing how she's like all alone here. Hopefully she gets a group soon, or at the very least she makes some kind of connection. Otherwise, it's gonna be really depressing. Although honestly, I'm getting kind of a feeling like in the next chapter we're gonna be dealing with trying to get Gawain out of her room because she might actually just be like straight up traumatized and too scared to even leave it. I mean, of all the whole, to be fair, because of how arrogant Gawain was previously, I feel like we might not actually know this, but in terms of like people who's aware of threat level from Camelot, she might be like one of the upper ones. Like I could see Gawain saying, "You think that was his full power, you idiots? That wasn't even a fracture. He didn't even use magic." And that was what and you didn't even see his strongest. I was beaten by Palgod, and I don't even know Palgod. There are these other members of the Holy Knights that are with Arthur, who I'm well more aware of, possibly Merlin as well, who are way stronger than him and are noteworthy for their strength. So I could even see her like having a panic attack, screaming, "You didn't even see a fracture of it!" Which would be very significant, especially if you consider how she has been throughout this story so far. Anyways, then we see Lancelot going to where Percival and the group are. He's like knocking on the door, be like, "Percy, are you guys all in this room? I guess he was just God knows what's going on there. I think I'm just saying, I know it's super late, but you wanna grab a bite, all five of us? There's a pretty good restaurant in town that stays open late. I'm coming in as he's saying this, as he's like, I guess, expecting, to be fair, what exactly was he expecting to find? And then we have, that's why I kind of smiling, which is kind of a nice smile, like, oh, my little siblings are getting along well. Kind of smiles, it's like, guess I'll try again tomorrow. And then we see, like this heartwarming panel, and we see all of them on Anne's bed, as we see person in the middle choking Donnie out. It's like on the floor, like, oh, why can't I just fucking be on the bed as well? As he's like lifting, he's actually, I guess, sleep strangled right now. I'm not sure. He's not calling Lancer for help, so I think he's asleep. We see Nazian's Percival and Anne all being on the pillow, as we see Nazian's pillow being on the pillow, behind the pillow. I guess he's trying to get in between into behind Percival's head, as we see Percival's left hand be touching that, kind of crossing Nazian's. We see Anne like sleeping almost next to Percival, which makes me wonder how they're gonna wake up tomorrow. And we see Percival's right hand right between Anne's legs. You guys are 16, remember that. As then we see all of them like sleeping on the same bed. As then we have, I guess, Nazian singing them, just for today, have a good night. So yeah, it's a kind of a sweet panel here with all this stuff, which is nice. And with the end of chapter narration, as we have with the hectic battle over, their thoughts are swirling each other of them has their own happiness and their own regrets. No shit, Sherlock. Like, Gwen looks like she's about to get a panic attack every time we see her next time. Anyways, then we have the next chapter, to be considered chapter 28, titled Each and Every Conflict. So yeah, I guess this is I'm guessing the next chapter is going to focus on Gawain getting a panic attack by all accounts, because, look at it, like, I really feel like she's not in a good mental state right now. So yeah, anyways, this is it for this chapter. I hope you will like my reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts in this chapter in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.